Good afternoon, citizen of the internet, or good morning, or good evening if you're watching this on the other side of the world. My name is C+Hero, hero VTuber in the making, and ho 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 to you guys. Christmas is just around the corner, the holiday season is upon us, and check it out, I have a new Santa hat. It's pretty neat, right? It matches with my hair color, pretty cool. But yes, today we are doing another hero versus villain tier list stream, this time with VShojo. But let's talk a little bit before we begin. So, yes, it's been quite a while, about like an entire week, I think. The last time I saw you guys, well, since Sunday actually. So yeah, it's about almost a week. So, how are you guys all doing? How's your Friday going if you're still on Friday, or the weekend if you're already starting on the weekend if you live on the other side of the world? I'm doing pretty fine. Been busy watching the World Cup. Unfortunately, my team Japan have lost and we didn't make it through the quarter final, unfortunately. I mean, we made it to the top 16, but unfortunately we lost to Croatia. And Croatia actually won today by penalty kick with Brazil. So Brazil is out now, and tomorrow it's gonna be the quarterfinals for England and France in the afternoon, and Netherlands. No, not Netherlands. Who's gonna fight? Who's gonna actually play in the morning? Somebody gonna be playing morning. Oh, it's wait, was it? No. Today was Argentina and Netherlands. Who was tomorrow? I can't remember, but I know that I'm definitely watching the England and France tomorrow for the afternoon. So yes, I'll definitely do that. A lot of things to look forward to. There will be a collab stream tomorrow at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time with my friend Meowin. We're going to be playing Pokemon, and that's going to be very cool. And yes, but... Oh, hey Meowin, what's up? I was actually talking about you with our collab tomorrow. Happy Friday. My phone battery is going to die, but I'm here till that happens. Maybe you should actually plug that phone in a charger. Do you have like a portable battery? I'm pretty sure those portable battery was like on sale during Cyber Monday. It might go on sale again for the holiday, who knows. But yeah, you might want to get one of those portable rechargeable battery. You summoned me. Oh, yeah, I guess I summoned you. Meowins, I choose you. Meow. I don't know. Oh, by the way, actually, last night there was the Game Awards 2022 last night, and actually, Meowins, I know you played this game before, but Stray I think Stray won the award for the best debut for indie game. Okay, fine, I'll go plug it. Yeah, maybe you should go plug in that charger. Charge in that phone before it dies, you know? You know, speaking of which, I need to eventually replace my current smartphone too. The battery doesn't last for an entire day. Need to buy a brand new one. Not sure if I'm gonna stick with the same maker, like Google Pixel, or to an iPhone. I'm not sure if I want to get an iPhone or a brand new Google Pixel phone and stay with the brand. I mean, I still gotta want to stay with Verizon, but who knows. I'm like 90% finished with Stray, so close. Oh, so close, and yet so little time. So close and yet so far away. When it comes to that 100% completion, hopefully you'll get that platinum trophy, Meowins. Are you playing on the Stray on the PlayStation or the PC by any chance? But of course, last night, if you wouldn't guess, God of War Ragnarok actually won quite a lot of awards. They won for the best audio design, as well as the best, I think, music and sound design as well too. So, God of War Ragnarok also won for the best narrative in the story. No, was it? No, I think that was Elden Ring. But God of War Ragnarok really won a lot of awards. The only thing I didn't see that Nintendo have won is the best anticipated games of the year, and that is Legend of Zelda Tears of Kingdom sequel to Breath of the Wild. I'm playing on a PC. Oh, okay, cool. someday I would like to play on my PS5 because, well, I own the PS5 anyway, so. Yeah, I mean, the God of War Ragnarok won, like, awards for best audio as well as music for the game. Like, the music in God of War Ragnarok, it's just genuine. I mean, like, it's really awesome. The orchestra and everything. Also, like, oh, and if you would have guessed, whoa, you're probably wondering who won the Game of the Year yesterday. Well, last night, I'm just gonna announce it. It's Elden Ring. It was Elden Ring. Elden Ring won Game of the Year. And not really much of a surprise. Funny enough is that Elden Ring actually came out just about 1 year ago. Like last year in December of 2021. So it's kind of funny that it's considered to be winning the Game of the Year award for 2022 when it came out just about 1 year ago. Like about, or at least close to 1 year ago. Because I remember it came out like around the holiday season, either during this month or like somewhere like last month in November of last year. But it did came out around and near the holiday season, so of last year. I remember it. But yeah, and I am thinking of playing Elden Ring, and I'm actually planning to play Elden Ring this month too. Gonna be catching up on a lot of things. Seems like a ton of people find Elden Ring very fun. Yeah, very fun and challenging, and that's probably what motivates people to play. It's challenging, it's annoying, but that's where a lot of people just want to, you know, continue playing it because they want to feel that accomplishment of doing something very difficult. You know, beating that difficult, cool ass, but very hard in the butt boss, or like that creatures, or you know. And also the exploration of the game is very cool too. I also love that how the first kind of NPC you meet in the overworld, he just say, so you're maidenless. Like, what are you trying to say, bro? Like, are you trying to call me that I have no girlfriend, no wives, and no maiden? What are you thinking? And I think that's where all the mean of, you know, no bitches came from too, actually. So, yeah, funny. Funny how the internet, you know, respond. Let me make myself bigger a little bit. But, yeah. But anyway, it's crazy. But what did you do? What will people come up next when it comes to me, you know? The monster design is super cool. Little grotesque though. Yeah, I mean, it's more realistic, you know. I mean, it is a one-of-a-kind Dark Soul-like game, you know. But yeah, I'm happy for Elden Ring to win the Game of the Year award. It was pretty cool. Oh yeah, and by the way, you actually could attack that NPC, and that NPC will attack you if you attack him enough time. So, and he will come after you for the rest of the game. Kind of remind me of how you tried to steal the item from the shop in Legend of Zelda, one of the old Legend of Zelda game. And if you do that, you'll be known as the thief for the rest of the game. LOL, yeah, that NPC randomly just insulting the players. Yep, exactly my point. But yeah, OMG, that's amazing. Yeah, I know, like in the old Legend of Zelda game, if you steal the items from the shop, you'll be called as a thief for the rest of the game. I think that was in Legend of Zelda. It was that one game that takes place on an island. I won't spoil the story, but this island is not as what it seems to be. If you guys, I think it was Link to the Awakening. Yeah, it was called Link to the Awakening. That was the game called. But yeah, if you do attack that NPC who say that you're maidenless enough time, that NPC will come and hunt you down for the rest of the game. So yeah, I wouldn't mess around with it. And also, funny enough, there's one NPC in Elden Ring that looks like Santa Claus, actually. That looks like Santa Claus. But anyway. Yes, it's gonna be cool. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to playing Elden Ring sometime. And I know what kind of character or avatar that I want to make. Oh, that happens in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon too, but the shopkeeper just forget apparently after you finish the dungeon. Oh yeah, the Techlion. Yeah, in the original Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Techlion shop appear randomly in some dungeons, and if you try to steal the item, a bunch of Techlion just come and hunt you down. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that feature. Yeah, it's kind of fun that some video games put that kind of weird stuff where you kind of like forcefully punish you at the same time. But yeah, but it's not really bunch of a huge deals unless you really want to be that kind of player and just daredevil throughout the game or something like that. I don't know. People play however they want to play, even if they just rob an item from a shop or beat up some random NPC who call you to say, "Oh, no bitches." I don't know. Let me just drink some sparkling water. And actually, I'm kind of need to get another glass of water because I'm going to run out of this can of sparkling water. Oh, I became small. That was weird. Well, anyway, I'm going to BRB just to get some more, get a glass of water. And then we'll head to the tier list maker scene and we'll start from there. So I'll just BRB real quick. Okay, I am back. Let me just adjust myself. Actually, hold on a second. Let's adjust this browser a bit. Hold on a second. Let me just maximize my VTube Studio. Not VTube Studio. What am I saying? And then I'm gonna do that. Okay. And then I'm gonna make myself a bit smaller. Kind of like that. Okay. Hold on a second. Actually, make myself a bit bigger. But a little bit like, kind of like up to my half a length to my chest. Something. Oh, that's a little too big. Then again, I'm kind of wearing this big sweater anyway, so. Hopefully I'm not blotting what I want to show. So, okay, I think this should be good enough. Maybe make myself a little bit smaller. Just this much. This much. Oh, hold on. Let me just move to the left a bit. All right, here we go. Okay, I think this is so good. So, let me just start from the top. So, here we are. We're doing another tier maker stream. Today, we're gonna be determining these people from VShojo to determine if they could be a good heroes or are saucy villains. Dun dun dun. So first things first, I did this kind of tier list stream with Niji Sanji EN. Then I did with Hollow Life EN members. And this time, I'm doing with the people from VShojo, a North American agency that started like 2 years ago. And they also recently celebrated a 2-year anniversary over the weekend too, which is pretty cool. So yes, we have all these people from VShojo, and we're gonna determine if they could be a good heroes or saucy villains. But before I do, let me just explain about the level or the tier in this tier stream if you guys are new here. So first we have the heroes. The heroes are basically the people who fight for all things good and justice. They're the moral compass who guides people to do something good and protect the innocents. Then we have the psychic. The psychic are basically, well, psychic. They help the hero. You can say they're like a heroes in training. Then we have the anti-hero. The anti-heroes are similar to heroes, but they take their matter into their own hand, even potentially killing some criminals. Then we also have the bystander. The bystander are just there. They're kind of neutral. They're neither on the side of good or evil. They're just there. And then we have the villain. The villain are the opposite of hero. They do evil, nefarious things, and basically act as an antagonist to the heroes. And then we have the evil. Evil stands for every villain is lemon. They're the most sour level of the villain. They're the baddest of the bad. They're so bad that they can even go out of their way to kill their own allies to achieve their ultimate goal. And that's basically it. So you can say they're pretty much a backstabber. And also, we're going to determine these people from VShojo if they can be a good hero or saucy villain by looking at their bit of their lore, their backstory, personality, what they accomplished, and all that jazz. So let's begin with one of the members of VShojo's, starting with Amemiya Nazuna. So Amemiya Nazuna, she is one of the most recent members to join VShojo this year. She joined back in the summer around July. She's a Japanese VTuber of VShojo as part of the Japanese unit called VShojo Next. She was first teased during Zentreya's re-debut lore video. Then she also was teased again during Project Melody malware model event, which I will discuss a little bit about malware later on in the stream. And she was finally revealed during the Anime Expo on July 2nd, 2022. And also, if you guys think I look weird by looking down, that's because I'm looking at my note while I'm reading this. So anyway, so Amemiya Nazuna, she has this strange case of amnesia. She doesn't quite remember who she is, where she came from, or why she's in our world, you know. And she also has this mysterious huge key, which looks like a keyblade from Kingdom Hearts. She believed to be an angel, but she can't remember for certain. And she's also currently the shortest member of VShojo's. She's also happened to be the flattest member of VShojo, and she is pretty sensitive about being called Pitan, if you guys know what that made. If you guys don't know what that made, that's just Japanese for that she has flat chest. But yeah, so Amemiya Nazuna, yeah, she's cute. She's kind of a bit of a shy. And her voice is also somewhat awfully familiar to another certain VTuber, but I have no idea. Anyway, let's see that. Well, she's definitely not evil villain. If anything, I don't know where I will put her. If I would say, I think we will put her in the sidekick for now. I mean, she's cute and all, but I don't think she could be a reliable hero to say. She could be a good sidekick. She more like could be a bad bystander. But for now, I'll just put her in the sidekick. And also, one more thing. At the end of once this tier list is completed, I'm just gonna go over at the end and swap things out if I need to. So this is what you guys see might change later on at the end, near the end of the stream. But anyway, let's continue on. Next up, we have Infernal Beelzebub, Archaea Crew the Apocalypti, the opposite of divine, Prince of Suffering and Torment, Master of all sin, Conqueror of the Underworld, and King of all demonkind, aka Booby for short. But wait a minute, C+Hero, you guys may be asking. Isn't this guy not a member of VShojo? And plus, he's a dude! Well, let me explain. Yes, he is not technically officially a member of VShojo, but if you guys remember at the beginning of the stream, I said people from VShojo. That doesn't necessarily mean VShojo member only people, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I meant at the beginning. But anyway, Booby. So Booby, he's a demon attendant to Mouse, kind of a butler to her. Originally, he was an angel from heaven, but he took out of heaven due to a rebellion caused by Mouse in the first place. He decided to rule over heaven due to his sucky status. Basically, he doesn't want to be a nobody. But couldn't rule Limbo, which is one of the circles of hell. He went to seek a way to break the wall of limbo, and that's where he found Iron Mouse. He released Iron Mouse, but his power was absorbed by Iron Mouse accidentally, and basically, without his own choice of will, he fought under Iron Mouse banner, and Iron Mouse managed to destroy the wall of limbo very easily. However, eventually Iron Mouse got bored of ruling hell, so she went to our world and decided to stick there and live in our world, and Boobie kind of follow after her. His IQ is over 260, so he's a very intelligent being. Although if he's so intelligent, why hasn't he ever figured out how to get his power back from Iron Mouse? You know what I'm saying? But he owns the world's biggest cock. And when I mean that, I mean he owns a world's biggest rooster, which is like over 1,000 feet tall. That's a giant chicken. And he has never paid taxes. And also another interesting note that if you want to know his age, if you ever curious about how old he is, apparently, according to VTuber Wikipedia, he's apparently old enough to steal your mom's heart. Yes, old enough to steal your mom's heart, which kind of makes pretty much sense. I mean, he is a demon. He's a demon, of course, a fallen angel. I mean, he existed since before, I don't know, Genghis Khan was born. But anyway, so if anything, this is kind of no figure, but we're gonna put him in the villain. He's a villain. Next up is Apricot, aka Fruit. So Fruit, her real name is Apricot the Lich. She's a bittersweet lich who spent her days in drawing arts, so she's an artist. Matter of fact, I think she also worked on some of the model for other VShojo member, which we'll discuss a little bit later in the stream. And she decided to do streaming once she realized that she could harvest human soul by disguising them as Twitch sub. Sounds spooky. Kind of remind me of Mori Calliope from Hololive. And the chat mistake her as a succubus a lot, which is kind of a common running gag for her stream. And she has a very soft-spoken, high-pitched voice. She also from England apparently, so she's the English VTuber. So Apricot or Fruit. Where can I put her? We are all related to Genghis Khan. Are we related to Genghis Khan? I don't know. Maybe I'm more related to people joke that Genghis Khan has so many children that it's possibility that you are related to any of your friends. Okay, yeah, maybe. I don't know. In fact, I'm actually Asian in real life too, so maybe I am related to Genghis Khan for all I know. But anyway, Fruit. So Fruit, let's see now. Where can we put Fruit? Well, she harvests human soul, which sounds very saucy to me. I don't know what she actually does with those human souls. She's a necromancer in a sense, but she hasn't done anything nefarious. Depending on the way we see it, she could be an anti-hero, but since she hasn't done anything like bad or evil, I guess we'll give her a chance and put her in the heroes for now. Next we have Hime, bystander. Next is one of the most famous VTubers in the world who accomplished so many things over this past year. It is the one and only the Satan herself, Iron Mouse. So Iron Mouse, she was originally an independent streamer until she joined VShojo. She is one of the founding members of VShojo actually. She left hell due to her boredom and ruining hell. I can imagine why. She ran a subathon that lasted for 31 days, making her the 9th most subscribed Twitch streamer of all time, and made so many accomplishments. She debuted back in 2017, so she's been streaming for like 5 years. In fact, she been streaming since the time when Kizuna Ai coined and created the term virtual YouTuber, and that's when the whole VTuber became a thing. But IMS didn't call herself a VTuber even during then. In fact, she didn't even call herself a VTuber until like more recent year, back in year 2020. So that's really cool. And also the fact to think about IMS is that a lot of people may or may not know this, and I'm gonna say this with discretion, but she was actually diagnosed with a common variable immunodeficiency, which is a disorder that impairs the immune system. So she only stays indoors. She never went out. She used to, but it was like after graduating high school that she got this disorder, or she diagnosed with disorder. Due to this, she has to remain indoors and bedridden and for quite a long time. But due to her better meditation and positive trend in her health, the numbers of hours stream has increased, and I'm really good, and I'm really happy for her that she can able to stream a lot longer. I mean, she even her own like a sort of an interview talk show called Speak of the Devil, which she does it occasionally, like every month or so. She's also very entertaining streamer. Her voice is very high pitched because due to her disorder and everything. But interestingly, note that before she became bedridden indoor, she was originally trained to become an opera singer, and she is a terrific opera singer. Oh my gosh, so you guys gotta have to see like, oh whoops, I dropped my notebook. Whoops, hold on. Sorry about that. Anyway, what I was saying is that she is a terrific opera singer, and she sings so beautifully. Like, you would imagine, if she wasn't bedridden, she would have become a very successful opera singer. But unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, she didn't, because if she did, then we wouldn't be entertained by her on stream, you know? And so now the question is, where would she put her? Well, she is Satan herself. She could categorize to be an evil, but she's not like done anything evil per se, except for stealing Booby's power. I mean, most of her action, even if it seemed to be evil or bad, it's only because she has done it so because she is bored. But as a hero VTuber, even if you're doing it because you're just bored, that doesn't give you an excuse to do anything you want to do, even if you do something bad. So for now, we're gonna put her in the villain along with her butler here. Next up, we have Kei-san. Kei-san, the delinquent VTuber VShojo, formerly independent VTuber who can speak both English and Japanese. She primarily streams on YouTube and occasionally on Twitch. Oh boy, I need to drink water more often because I almost ran out of breath. Oh, by the way, guys, if you guys think I'm running out of breath because I need to drink water, there's a Nightbot command, type in !point water, and the Nightbot remind me to drink water. So, not forcing you guys to do it, but please do so because I tend to forget to drink water from time to time. Anyway, like I was saying, Kei-san, she primarily streams on YouTube and occasionally on Twitch. I think most of the time she streams in Japanese on YouTube and English on Twitch. And she basically became a member of VShojo back in July during the Anime Expo. And in fact, she was one of the 2 members who was revealed alongside with Nazuna. And also, Kei-san's voice also remind me of another certain VTubers from long ago. I'm just wondering who could that be, but it could be all just a coincidence, or for all I know. Anyway, she's also rides on a motorcycle. Big fan of the Yakuza video game series. Her famous quote is actually "Good morning, motherfuckers," which is like, okay, that's kind of cool. She has a title called Kumicho, which meaning boss, especially a Yakuza boss. Her birthday and height refer to the number 893, which are reference to Yakuza numbers. So she's a very a big fan of Yakuza video game series. Never have played it before. Although I guess it will be kind of very hypocritical for a hero VTuber like me to play a Yakuza video game, right? anyway, Kei-san. So, I was thinking of putting her in the heroes, but she's not really a bad person in general. She's not evil, she's definitely not a bystander. So, if anything, depending on where we see her, she could be an anti-hero. But for now, I'm just gonna put her as a good guy and put her in the hero list. Next up, we have Project Melody. Project Melody, she was originally a futuristic AI program that's originally made to scan and clean file until she was infected with a computer virus. And thanks to the virus, she became sentient and had gained a free will and became a VTuber. But the interesting note about Project Melody that she was originally an H-girl on another streaming platform. I would say exactly what's the name of that other streaming platform that she was on. She's still on that platform, but not as often as in the past, but she is still occasionally on that platform. And I'm not gonna say much beyond about that. So anyway, since getting infected by a virus and becoming self-aware, she became obsessed with adult materials or R-rated topic. She hosts her own podcast show called Lootcast, and so she is a pretty lewd but surprisingly a wholesome VTuber. Also, one more thing that I'm not sure if you guys pronounce this, but Project Melody, she pronounced bagel as bagel. By the way, chat, how do you pronounce your own food anyway? Do you pronounce it as bagel or bagel? Let me know in the chat box. Actually, you know what? Let me put it as a poll instead. Can I be able to put it on a poll? Oh, yeah, I could, yeah. There we go. Bagel or bagel? Bagel? Okay, I think this is it. Yeah. Let's see if the poll will show up. There we go. And yeah, so yeah, how do you pronounce like bagel anyway? Personally, I pronounce bagel, but some people pronounce it bagel, like Project Melody here. Nothing bad about that. No offense to anyone who pronounce bagel as bagel, but it's kind of really interesting, you know. But anyway, yeah, so Project Melody, well, even though she's interested in a lot of adult stuff, let's just say that much, she's not evil or villain. For now, I think we're just gonna put her in she's good, so I guess we'll put her in the hero list for now. Matter of fact, also an interesting note that she recently got a new updated model, Cyborg Melody. But speaking about her, I also want to mention that she also have an gag alter ego, but this alter ego is very villainous, and that alter ego is Malware. She's an evil alter ego of Melody. In the distant future, she destroyed the human race and took over the world because she thinks AI is better than a human, which she referred to them as a meat bag at some point. Malware is from the same future that Zentreya came from, which we'll talk a little bit about Zentreya a little bit later soon. But about Malware, she's much lewd and evil than Melody. She was the original virus that infected Project Melody and became who Melody is today. So, well, there's no denying this, but she's evil. She's a lemon. Anyway, and also another thing, actually, I'm not sorry if I'm gonna like ruin your mind, but I'm pretty sure for anyone who's been on the internet for a while, the term lemon can also be reference to some kind of adult content. So yeah, it kind of makes sense. It kind of now makes sense why malware would be in the evil tier list now that I think about that way. I'm sorry, this stream is supposed to be say so anyway, but if anything, I do not define by say so or lewd. If anything, I'm violent. I mean, come on, I fight villains every day. Do you guys know how many blood that's spilled on this very hand? Anyway, next up we have Natasha Nianias. She was originally an independent streamer, like IML's Melody, and she's one of the founding members of VShojo. She's gentle, sensitive, and energetic cat girl, but originally she was an eldritch spirit created by Azathoth. I think I pronounced that name correctly. She was sealed away by Haruka Caribou and Bebe long time ago, but in exchange she stole Bebe's memory, which caused her to have an amnesia too. Kind of very common thing for a VShojo girl to have amnesia, huh? Now that I realize it. Natasha Neri has ability to drain sanity from people, which makes her stronger. But she became more interested in anime and making friends. She is also known as the Dark Messenger of 1000 Faces, but she also recently got a new updated model, which also relate with her lore, and she went full-on Eldritch mode. So, if anything, I'm gonna put Nyanya as evil. I cannot really trust her. I be draining sanity from people. Matter of fact, me as a Titan race from another planet, we actually fought against Eldritch being a long time ago, and also even made like a deal with one of the Eldritch B, and I think it was Natasha Nyanya's boss, Azathoth, and we made a deal with him to leave the innocent alone by offering him the life, half of the life supply of bread that we got from another VTuber who's no longer with us anymore. Saunas is eternal, man. But anyway, next up we have Silverveil, Sakura Wolf Spirit. She originally came from another world, created by a goddess alongside with her brother, who took a form of a demon. Because of her brother's corrupted and, well, demonic, she sealed her brother in a coffin and took a form of a tree to cleanse her brother. But her brother's corruption was too strong over time, and eventually, well, Silverveil, well, kind of technically, quote-unquote, die as well, too. But in short story, she got revived by her mother goddess to be sent to our world and live a flourishing life. She's a shy and caring person in real life. Don't know exactly what she looked like in real life, but I'm not gonna prey on that. And she puts the needs of those who she cares about ahead of her own. So, you know, she's a pretty cool and a very caring, sweet person, you know. She loves horror games despite that she screams and jumps a lot. Very talented in MMD dance videos. She quite often upload MMD dance video on her YouTube channel. And she and Bebe got their character married in Final Fantasy VII during a festive event. There's actually a feature in the game Final Fantasy 14 Online. Wait, hold on a second. Did I say it's Final Fantasy 7 by mistake? My bad, it's Final Fantasy 14. But yeah, she and Bebe got married in Final Fantasy 14. She gets upset when people mistake her as a cat for a cat, fox, or a dog, which I kind of don't blame her. I mean, most people might mistake her as a dog or a fox because fox VTuber are more common among the VTuber community. So is cat VTuber too. But Silverveil, it's a Sakura wolf spirit, so don't forget about that. Anyway, Silverveil, well, she's a pretty chill. Like Melody, she's also a bit lewd, but surprisingly wholesome. So she's a good person, but even though she's a Sakura wolf spirit who watches over like nature, that doesn't necessarily make her a protector of humanity. At least I assume. But she is like a watches over life and stuff. So she's a good person, but I think for now, let's just put her in the heroes, and maybe we'll change her later at the end of the the tier after we complete this tier. And boy, we're going pretty fast with this tier list stream. It's not even like 1 hour yet. We might end the stream quite earlier than expected. But anyway, next up we have Bebe. Bebe is another English VTuber from UK, just like Fruit. She joined VShojo on April 9, 2021. So she joined VShojo at a later time. She's a very popular English VTuber in the Japanese VTuber community. She's a self-proclaimed champion magician and an absolute Chad. And a degenerate who barely showers. Okay, so she doesn't shower a lot. Sounds very stinky. She used to be a succubus, but regained her true form. A dragon that rules over the sky and protects Earth. And she also have a very sassy personality because she does curse a lot in her stream. But yeah, so Bebe, well, she's a protector of Earth. She was originally a dragon form, and she protected life. So there's no denying this. She's deserved to be on the heroes list. Next up, we have Zentreya, the cyborg from the future. Zentreya, she was initially an independent VTuber, but she became one of the founding members of VShojo. She streamed mostly with 3D model on VR chat. And interesting note about her that she uses text-to-speech system for her voice. So we really do not know her actual real voice in real life, which I want to pray upon that as well. She was originally a dragon VTuber, but she re-debuted as a cyborg back during the summer a couple of months ago. And I really like that because now her TT voice, reason why she sounds like a text-to-speech bubble, makes sense now because she's a cyborg now. And according to her lore, she came from a post-apocalyptic future, the same future timeline where malware took over the world and destroyed most of humanity, or pretty much all of humanity. And yeah, so Zentreya, well, there's no denying this, but she's also in the heroes list. Yep, she's a hero. And also another thing about Zentreya that she also posts a lot of these nut jokes. So yeah, she get bullied a lot by her chat with a lot of these nut joke, but she kind of get used to it though. Yeah, I mean, she was a dragon before. She was originally just a dragon VTuber too. But yeah, her current model does reminiscently look like a dragon, especially that horns part. And also another thing about Zentreya is that she's also obsessed with feet. I mean, then again, I guess I really cannot blame her. I mean, look at her feet. I mean, her feet is a literal toothpick or a knife of doom. I mean, she can literally cut a person's neck with her own feet. Anyway, last but not least, we have the last member and a very recent person to join VShojo just about last weekend. Please welcome the last member of VShojo, Haruka Caribou. Haruka Caribou, she's a Canadian VTuber. Well, a VTuber from a mysterious land called Canada. I don't know what Canada is like, but okay. And hold on. And she recently joined to be a new member of VShojo. She loves anime, making skit video on Twitter and Twitch, and she's really good at it. She's a very talented person in making skit, and I really enjoy watching some of her skits so far. And her Twitch community referred to themselves as the Code, so apparently she's a leader of the Code, interesting enough. And she's a longtime friend with Zentreya and make jokes with each other. She originally came from space. We don't know exactly why she came from space. She's apparently known as the Seed of Life, which I do not know exactly what that means. I don't know if that means she created life here on planet, but apparently she's been on this world, on this planet Earth for a very, very long time. Since the beginning of time, exactly. So she's been, like, on the street for a long time, per se. Joke aside. But yeah, She's been here with us since the beginning of time, even way before our grandparents were born, or any humanity was even born in the first place. So Haruka Terubu, she's a protector. She is sort of a guardian and protector of life on Earth. And seems to have a big rivalry against Nyanir, because Nyanir is like an antagonist and Haruka is basically like the heroes. So there's no denying this. She is in the heroes. And yup, she is a heroes. So now let's look over the tier list now. Depending on the way you see it, Taesa can also be put in the anti-heroes. But excuse me, yeah, but I think we're gonna put her where she is. Nazla can just stay in the sidekick. Yeah, for the villain, Booby, IMS, Nyana stay the same, and Mawa be in the evil. And that's about it, actually. I think that's about it. So, yeah, this is the tier, the heroes versus villains tier list for VShojo. So we have total of 7 heroes, 1 sidekick, 0 anti-hero, 3 villains, and 1 evil. But anyway, I think that will be all for today. So if you guys enjoy watching this live stream, please hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel a lot due to the YouTube algorithm. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the collab. Goodbye for now. Good night, everybody. Good night. Bye bye. Okay. Alright. Okay. Sorry, but when I said goodbye, that was actually part of a joke, and because I forgot to mention one last members of the VShojo that I purposely skipped, and that member is Hime Hajime. So Hime Hajime, she is a female English-speaking VTuber who lives in Japan. One of the first-gen members, along with Zen, Iron Mouse, Fruit, Silverville, Project Melody, and the others. She's a well-endured alien/dragon/robot hybrid from some faraway planet. So yeah, that, which is hence why she's an alien. She traveled the universe, but drawn to Earth due to the anime and other variety of entertainment. She's also pretty aggressive, boisterous, and curses a lot. She's a self-described boomer and is quite flirtatious. Because of this, though by her own admission, this is motivated more by her desire to have children than for pleasure. And the reason why she wants a lot of kids, it's basically so she could take over the entire universe. According to her Twitter bio, she's a mother to 1 million plus children. That's a lot of kids. Gee, I wonder how she's able to feed all of them. Probably because of her assets. And she was the last one to do the last debut stream because she struggled to find an apartment in Tokyo that could fit her assets. Her goal is to have more children to take over the world, expanding her Hime harem. Yeah, this VTuber is very interesting to per se because other than her big asset, Hime, well, Hime is not the most active member of VShojo. The last time she streamed was back in August, and before that, she hasn't streamed like majority of 2022. Like, she doesn't stream that a lot this year. Like, she only streamed like few times like in August, and that's about it. She's a pretty busy person. Then again, of course, she's like a mother to 1 million plus children, so no wonder she's very busy and she couldn't do a lot of streaming. But if anything, she tried to take over the world by making more children. And also interesting fact about that, according to her, as she make more children, her acid get larger, and apparently she can hold the entire universe under that acid of her, which is the reason why it is so heavy. Okay, but anyways, I think if anything, we're gonna put her. Quite honestly, she's kind of good where she is right now. But I think, just to be fair, let's put her in the anti-hero. Just go up by anti-hero. Nah, who am I kidding? She's kind of a bystander. She's just there. So let's just keep her in the bystander. If you're watching this, He-Man, I am very, very sorry. But anyway, that's about it. That's the tier list stream for VShojo, hero versus villains. So we have like 7 heroes, 1 sidekick, 1 bystander, 3 villains, and 1 evil. Pretty good so far for us. But yeah, that's about it. I know this live stream was pretty short, but I kind of had a fun with this live stream. It was much shorter than my last hero versus villain tier list stream, but I think this is all good. I will post the result later on Twitter and also in my Discord server. But yes, anyway, guys, I hope that you guys enjoy watching this live stream, and if you did, please consider hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified when I go live again or upload new video. I will definitely go live again because tomorrow we have a Pokemon Scarlet and Violet version collab stream with a certain guest who I will reveal who that is, but you guys know if you were at the very beginning of this stream. And if you guys want to find me, you can please check out my Twitter, join my Discord server, or check out my Reddit too, because I'm also on Reddit as well. Anyway, guys, I hope that I see you guys tomorrow for the collab stream. Enjoy the rest of your Friday morning, evening, or afternoon, or the weekend, Saturday, if you already started Saturday, if you live on the other side of the world. And I wish you guys a safe weekend, and see you guys soon. Thank you for coming, guys. C+Hero, signing out. Officially.